What's up, everybody? Hey, it's the Local Show from SoCal, and we've got a special guest for you today.
Only it's sure a sorry name for an angel.
How cool is this? And okay, so we got Joe. We got Joe, Pixelated Joe over there. Joe's our special guest, and we have the microphones on. There's Shayna.
Hi, guys. I never have audio. I feel like you're trying to mute me on purpose.
I'm not. I swear to God. It's just. This is oh, that was a Mario Brothers sound. I think it's going down the tube. We're listening to "Mysterious Stranger," which is an original mix by tonight's guest, DJ DownNgoinG.
Yes.
And you know him as a longtime member of the local music scene here in Ventura. And he's working on some interesting projects involving music therapy, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to talking to him about that.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, so this is freaky.
I love this.
This is
cool.
This is vibe. This is like, I don't know what kind of vibe it is. I'm not right there, but I'll get there.
It's really good. It's almost like, I know it's a talk show, but if you just want to crank it, we can just like chill out.
Yeah, we can just do that.
I don't know how entertaining that would be, but
probably not.
I really
not that
like
good.
it.
Yeah.
That was
So
cool.
we had we had a couple holidays the past week. We had April Fools, which we fooled everyone and didn't do a show. So
April Fools.
yeah, there you go. Hi. And we also had Easter. So how was your guys' weekend? Did you do anything special for Easter? I know you really wanted to see Zombie Jesus again, right, Joe?
I've never seen Zombie Jesus.
What?
Well, I know. I think I've seen Zombie Jesus in a club.
Oh, yeah.
In Hollywood at one point. Yeah.
I saw one that was dressed up as Twerking Jesus one time. Who happened to be
Twerking Jesus.
a friend of mine who moved to San Francisco and then got famous by being Twerking Jesus.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if it's cool, but it was something.
well, that is something. That is something.
Shayna, how about you first?
I hid some eggs. That's about it.
There you go.
Yeah. Back to you, Joe.
Back to you, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
How was your Easter?
He got all scared. He just like I caught him right at my producer caught him at the right moment when he was like we shouldn't talk about the replays. Yeah, so we hit eggs and we did the whole thing and
Did the family thing.
didn't do anything religious. Just a
Nope.
bunch of candy and thanks Jesus.
Did the dog find any of the candy or?
No.
Wow.
Oh, that's an interesting problem
Yeah.
to have. Yeah, with the animal and chocolate.
That has happened
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, they can eat the milk chocolate. They just can't have the dark chocolate.
Oh, okay.
I had a Labrador that ate a 1 pound Easter bunny, but it was milk chocolate, and she acted like a methamphetamine crackhead for about 24 hours. And I was on the phone with poison control, and then she lived. But if it had been
Wow.
dark chocolate, she would have died.
Oh
And she's
my
still
gosh.
alive. She's like 15, so
Yeah,
should be fine.
what happened? I think we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but what happened to your dog?
Well, so I've been out working. Your April Fool's Day was my Maundy Thursday, which is I work in churches playing music sometimes. So
Yeah.
I did that service on Thursday, and then I hit the road, went wild playing the devil's music, and then Sundays was were 3 different Easter services that I had to musical direct and kind of be the boss on. So by the time I got back and had my dog, I walked him. I walked him at night, went to bed, and then I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning and went, I'm going to walk him now, and then I'm going back to bed, and he'll sleep. And I woke up to like screaming banshee noises at maybe, I don't know what time it was, 7:30 in the morning or something.
Banshee noises.
Oh my gosh. And
Screaming, howling.
and you live alone, so it had to be your dog, right?
It was definitely the dog.
Had to be.
Well, I got some
Wow.
cats too, but they weren't there at the time. And I ran out and I found my dog, the poor guy, and this is a little graphic, but he had explosive diarrhea.
Oh my
everywhere.
God.
All
Just like that, Brian.
Sorry.
yes, that's
Had to do a spit take on that.
it. Kind of
Jesus.
that's what it sounded like actually.
Woo!
And
That
he
is
running around screaming, and it was.
way too early for explosive.
I
Jack.
know,
Wow.
and it was gross, and it was everywhere.
And you have carpet too, right?
There was carpet issues. There were
Oh,
linoleum
no.
issues, and he was losing his damn mind.
That poor dog.
And he's doing okay now, but it took him. It was like a 12-hour thing, and 6 of it was me scrubbing the carpet and taking him out every 25 minutes to scream in the neighborhood while doing his business.
Oh my gosh!
The
Why was
poor
he
kid.
screaming?
I think it do you want to go science on this?
Sure.
Okay, so
I've screamed before.
Yeah, Brian's had explosive diarrhea around the house too.
Hey, everybody.
He understands what
Oh,
Coda
wow,
went through.
this is
All over the walls.
gone
It's
to-
just crazy. This has gone to
gone
literal shit.
what a shit show. It's gone south very
You
quickly.
beat me
This
to
is-
it.
This is the worst shit show in the history of shit shows.
Anal glands.
There we
That's
go.
the problem.
Oh.
There we
And
go.
maybe something viral or bacterial that he picked up on a walk or something.
Oh. How
but-
would he pick something up like that off of a walk?
Well, I talked to the vet, and she told me that if his food diet hadn't changed, that it could be a possibility of a viral or a bacterial stomach issue. They get the same thing we do.
Oh wow.
And so he has a problem when he goes on walks. He likes to mark everything because he's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
And but before he marks things, he generally will do a ritual that I call sensual licking, where he finds likely an animal marking that came before him, and
Oh.
he really wants to get to know it well, so he licks it and then he does his business on it.
Oh my gosh. That's so gross.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Coda. I'm
Ugh.
sorry I'm telling your stories.
Poor dog.
Yeah, so he's apparently on the mend.
So
He's a-
you call this sensual licking?
That's what it looks like to me. I don't know.
To be sensual.
It's just
Brian can't even say the word.
I'm not even gonna pronounce the sh on that.
I don't
I'm
know
just
what
gonna-
that says about him if he can't pronounce the word.
No, it's not. It's not. But This is gonna go on a different tangent if I even get into this right now. It's just
Oh, boy.
if you know the IT crowd, just please comment below
I do
and
not know.
subscribe and do all that fucking shit.
Like and subscribe.
So did you tell
Yeah,
your
like and subscribe for the anal glands.
did you actually tell your vet that your dog sensually licks other dogs' pee?
Yes, I had a phone conversation.
We lost all our viewers right now. I think we have one viewer right now.
And she thought it was quite funny, and she knows Coda.
Oh my gosh.
So she thought it was quite funny and said that could be a likely thing, but we'll never know because we can't test. But he's doing good. He's with his mother. He's on the mend. He's well hydrated.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I pawned him off for babysitting so that I could go to CVS and get a COVID shot and some shampoo today. So it's going good. Yeah.
Wow.
There you
How did
go.
the COVID shot go?
Oh yeah.
It was fine. I think it did. I didn't talk too much to the lady, but we talked about Jimi Hendrix, and then she just stuck me in the arm, and it didn't hurt at
Did
all.
she ask you if you were experienced?
She
Jesus.
did actually. She mentioned that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Shayna. The lovely Shayna, everybody.
She mentioned like
I'm here
12
all night.
ones. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, and it's cool now because I got the microchip, and I got
Yep.
Wait, you got microchipped?
Yeah, that's and then I got
Oh,
the
right. That's the vaccine.
yeah, and then the
Cool.
DNA modification. I feel like it's already happening.
I see a difference in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Joe.
I was gonna say something. I mean,
It's not.
it's not the camera today. It's
It's-
something else.
I'm glowing.
Yeah,
Your
you
energy
really
actually
are.
destroyed one of our earlier
I
cameras.
broke the
Yeah.
camera with my DNA, let alone the RNA. Never mind. Oh, and then here's the problem that I have with it. Like, I'm not sore. I don't feel bad. Maybe tomorrow I'll be a little sore. But when I got home, I got on the computer, and the 5G that's supposed to be in the vaccine, my 5G didn't work. My 5G didn't work at the house. My computer wouldn't take it. It would take 2G, but I held it next to my arm.
Damn
nothing worked.
shame.
I know.
I think you might need to upgrade to the latest version of your iPhone.
Yeah.
I
And
might
there's
need-
also an app a companion app to the vaccine that you need to download.
Oh, okay. I'll look for that.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, it was fine. I'm very thankful.
Excuse me.
And I think I'm around a lot of people, and I'm stoked to actually get it.
That's great.
In all seriousness.
No, that's great.
awesome.
You were so old, and we were so worried about you.
I know. I know.
Well, we got a guest tonight. How about that, everybody?
And
We
it's
got a
more
guest.
than Joe.
It's just Joe's been he's been filling in for a little bit. Well, we played his music earlier, and we want to feature him now because he's a very interesting dude. I checked out some of his stuff earlier, and it's very vibey, very. He goes by the what do you call it? The term, the moniker, DJ DownNgoinG. Let's welcome him to the show. What's up, DJ DownNgoinG?
Hello.
How you
There he
doing?
I don't see you.
You don't see us?
Oh, we see you. Actually,
Hello, darkness.
we see your thumb.
Oh my
Yeah.
my
Oh well,
We
that's
do.
cool. I don't. Oh, I see 2. I see the number 2.
Yeah, no, you gotta watch the
I
screen.
see like dot dot dot.
Let's see. You gotta watch a screen share on your phone. I'm not sure if you can do that.
My phone should be legit. I mean, according to my phone, you should pretty much be seeing my balls sitting on the camera.
How about that? Can you see us now?
All right, we're good.
You can see us now? Okay, good.
There we are.
What's
that?
up, everybody?
Trying not to cover the camera.
Gotta love Zoom, everybody. This is the 21st. Is it the 21st century?
Not even Zoom so much. I usually have the app hooked up on my phone. I use it a lot for work and stuff.
Oh
so.
yeah.
But I have a new laptop, new phone, everything, all my contacts, everything got erased or something.
Oh man,
Wow,
that's the
no.
worst.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Is there an interesting story
Long
there?
story short.
Well, we got time. I mean, we're just sitting here.
I was working on a new album that I was doing. It's a concept. The concept is pain is understanding. And it's about being able to understand people's pain, even though you can't fathom it. And you being compassionate and just understanding that like it's okay to not feel okay, but like also when you're not okay and you're telling people you're not okay, that those people need to learn to like let down their guard and like actually just listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's empathy is a lost trait in today's society, especially with Twitter and I was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure that my real name is Empathy.
Oh yeah, well I'm right there with you. We gotta kind of ask you first, but where are you joining us from tonight?
Ventura.
Of course. He's local, right?
Did you expect me to say New York?
I know. I'm in New York. Yeah, you can kind of tell. How long have you, were you born and raised in Ventura?
Not born and raised. I was actually born in like Redondo Beach. Well, not born there, but grew up in Redondo Beach, California. Moved around a lot as a child with my parents. And that whole fun thing.
Yeah. When did you end up in Ventura?
Sorry?
When did you end up in moving to Ventura?
Well, my mom moved to Camarillo probably in 93. I moved with her in probably 94 maybe. So around there. And then that kind of got me familiar with the 805. Yeah. And then from there I met friends mainly actually I met most of my friends in Ventura. Some of my closest friends to this day back in 95, 6 maybe. Wow. I met them at underground, what people used to call raves.
What's that?
LA,
what's a rave?
Out in the desert or in the forest and stuff, or even in a warehouse.
Yeah. Did you play anything in Hollywood?
Oh, many millions of times.
What's the difference? I'm curious. What's the difference between your energy? I mean, you're very energy centric, and I can feel that through the Zoom.
I'm intense for some people, and some people have told me that many times. Dude, you're way too much for me. I'm all seriously. I can close the door if you still want to hang out, but like we can keep it open a little bit if you want to peek. But like other than that, like please let me just do my thing.
Yeah, no, I mean some people are wired differently, and some people have a problem or just a general issue of accepting other people that are just not
Painful
them.
for them to understand.
Yeah.
It's hard, and that's a knee-jerk. Actually, that's actually a block that's built into our DNA. Like it's a beta block, I guess is what it's called, where your body will literally block the pain, and you kind of just go to this like knee-jerk reaction of like, no, that's not real.
It's fight or flight, I think. Yeah.
And that's the easiest thing to do because it's too painful to actually comprehend. And it's a thing to keep you from going insane and doing crazy shit, which is good, but also like it makes things really hard to understand sometimes if you're not fully aware of how to get to that place.
That's interesting.
That makes sense at all.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. I'm sorry, I'm leading this interview. Do you guys have any interjections?
No sorries allowed ever.
You're the host,
That's
Bryan.
one thing I keep stressing to everyone forever. Never say sorry for something unless
I agree.
you literally like did something. Like if you like pushed me downstairs on purpose, obviously don't say sorry because you did it intentionally.
That's a good point.
No, I absolutely agree. Now we've been through, I think all of us. I hate saying that we're all in this together.
We've all been through this together.
But we all have, and I'm wondering, like, how has your life changed since being tethered to your home? I mean, what have you done differently the last year amidst the pandemic?
During the pandemic, oh man, I basically, you could kind of look at it like, have you ever heard, about WinRAR software, like compression software for Windows?
He's a Mac guy.
Yeah.
but I know what that is.
Shayna does.
Basically like a computer trapped in a human's body, the way I think, right? So it's like sometimes I seem like I'm not empathetic, but I'm like actually already done the like thought to like think ahead, but like people don't get that. So I don't understand. And if people don't understand, it's okay. I'm with them. I'm here to help.
No, I mean, I'm right there with you.
I think I answered your question. I don't know. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So.
Oh, covering the camera. Sorry.
What? Yeah, there you go. Now, you were. I'm gonna dick Kev at this and just talk really slow.
Talk to me.
Recently, I saw on your YouTube page, which is it looks like you're starting to build that up with some live streams. How have those been going? I know you briefly talked about the energy that you want to help create, and you've been doing something different on YouTube. Can you, like with your streams and your music?
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'd love to. So the impetus for that was that I was working on that album, The Pain is Understanding, and it's not the name of the album, but it's the concept. And I was trying to just like get my files together and all that stuff, and my laptop literally overheated and like got so hot that I couldn't even touch it. I had to turn it off, but in order to turn it off, you have to hard reset by holding the button for 5 seconds, which means that my finger got burned. So I was like, ouchie, uh-oh, I hope my data didn't just get lost, right? So I'm like frustrated to beyond belief. I'm trying to get this message out, like, hey guys, everyone, we can all work this together. We just have to work together. We have to be like a chain. We have to trust that we've been annealed, right? Metallurgically, to be able to handle this. And it takes a team, and it takes, you can't be a broken link in a chain. It's not a chain, right?
Tell me.
I've lost my teeth because my chain link broke on my bicycle, hit my teeth on the handlebars.
Oh, kind of no. How old were you when that happened?
Probably
42.
Yeah, exactly. Yesterday. My whole life.
You're looking good then. Jeez.
I've basically pretty much been avoiding danger my whole life.
What kind of danger have you gotten into that you want to talk about?
Nothing. I mean, nothing that like I've ever done, but like just like trying to not get hurt on a skateboard or a bicycle. You know, like just little things like that.
That's a good, that's a good outlook. Just try to not get hit by things, and
try not to get hit by a moving car or the dog that ran on the street that I want to go away, but there's a car coming. It's like, what do I do? Do I stop the person or to grab the dog?
Yes, you do. You do. And then you do ninja flips with the dog.
Yep.
You got to save the dogs.
Your ninja flip off the windshield wiper with your pinky and all that.
No, you're right. There's a reasonable version and a terrible idea version of that.
Yeah, exactly. And you never know what it is. It's all very spontaneous, all unexpected, which is what I expect. The unexpected
happens fast.
That's kind of how I live, I guess you could say. Like I kind of live in a way where I'm like have zero expectations, but also I hope for the best always. So I'm like never disappointed usually, unless I'm truly nonplussed.
Yeah, I think no expectations is a good thing. I mean, going into kind of anything really in life, you know, even having kids, I had so much expectations on what you're supposed to. I don't know if you have any kids, but
I mean, I have like a lot of friends who I consider my children, and they consider me like kind of like,
there you go.
Pa, what's up? Help me out. I'm thirsty. I'm like, I got you. Got my water. I'm DJing right now though. I can't talk to you. Take my water. Go dance. Go dance.
Yeah,
that's my vibe.
It's interesting how the whole parenting thing, it can, you know, it's not just being a parent to, you know, your actual offspring, but being a parent to your friends and sometimes even your family.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
It's all kind of the same thing.
You learn a lot from kids, and I think their purity, they're like going back to the energy thing. Their purity is so infectious, and I think, would you agree that we're all just children trapped in adult bodies?
Yes, 100%. I'm always called a child by many people. You're like, you act like a child sometimes. I'm like, because I'm playful.
Well, I'm fascinated. I mean, this is my first time meeting you, and I'm fascinated with how your brain works. It's literally you're when you speak, you're absolutely just. It's very abstract, and it's just like your music. I think it's just like your music. The way you talk. And I listened to your Bandcamp, and I'm really interested to know more about your friend Travis, because I've heard that song and that's very emotional.
Tyler.
I'm so sorry.
We don't care about Travis.
Travis can go fuck himself. Tyler, on the other hand.
I have a friend named Travis too.
Sorry.
Be nice to Travis.
Sorry to all the Travises out there.
Yeah, you're cool too.
No, but that was it must have been, I mean, I've lost a bunch of, like a handful of friends the last 5 years, and that was my first experience with loss was my father about 5 years ago, and then like just like one after another, like 3 or 4 friends just died like within months of each other's succession, and it was just like, I thought I was living in a different planet. Like it just didn't seem. It seems surreal.
Feelings are very powerful, and you have them, and they're not everyone else's. They're yours. And just because you feel them doesn't mean that other people need to understand them, but they should at least respect and like try to at least be compassionate.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've experienced when I was going through my grief was, hey, you should be getting over this by now. You know, like some people would tell me that, like, you know, it only takes like a few months to get over someone's death, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's their timeline.
Who the fuck are you? You know?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're a part of you. They become an imprint of you, and you are an imprint of them. And that's what I believe that truly what the like soul means.
Yeah.
That the impression that you leave on people when you know them and truly love them and appreciate them for everything that they aren't, and their shortcomings and upcomings and all that stuff, whether they're whatever. It's just about being supportive and just, it's a family. We are all family. We're all one, really. So
yeah, we're all kind of brothers and sisters. And
yeah, we are very much
think about
so.
it.
This is exactly verbatim, right on point.
Now, do you feel? I'm really sorry. I'm really interested in this, guys. Do you feel that walls or inanimate objects can trap human energy from, let's say, a deceased person or someone that, I guess, hasn't been there in a while, or someone that you don't know? Or I'm curious on what your views on that with human energy, and if you feel it with if you feel it without people, like when you're in a room. I've been watching tons of YouTubes the last year because of the pandemic, and I've watched I don't know how many like episodes of people going into abandoned whatever the fuck like abandoned asylums and you know, like not like ghost hunting, but just like urbex exploring. I can't believe I just said urbex. That's urban exploration.
Wow. Urban
That's how hip I am to the community.
You're totally hipster.
But yeah, like you know, I know people
labels, I hate labels.
Yeah, you know, I know people can inherit people's energy. Did I say that? Inherit is the word. I always have one word that I can't pronounce. I know people can inherit people's energy, but what do you think about like buildings and walls and rooms?
I believe that those are human constructs, and that consciousness flows regardless whether or not there's a piece of water or anything else. It doesn't matter. It's all your ability to receive and interpret, and translation is a huge thing, especially like if you're talking. I know a lot of deaf people, and the only reason I know a lot of deaf people is because of what I do with music, because I play on loud sound systems that are designed to move your body around molecularly, and that's a very powerful thing, and that's brought me a lot of attention to a lot of the people that I guess I've met because of the fact that they're deaf. They've come to me and been like, hey, I'm deaf, and I'm like, me too, from DJing for so long, and they're like, no, seriously, I can't hear. I mean, I'm actually translating for you, but you know, we had to get through the whole rigmarole of like being like, here, type it out, what you're trying to tell me. And they're telling me that, like, dude, I love your music and I love like this and stuff. And I'm like, that's really cool. That means more to me than anything, that someone that can't hear feels exactly what I'm trying to convey. Because that is the message, is like, you can't just rely on what you think you know. You have to rely on your intuition, and you have to rely on the feelings that you have, because the understanding of those feelings is what gives you the complete ability to understand the picture of what you're trying to do. Whatever it is, if you're an altruistic person like I am, you want to do the best for everyone, regardless of whether or not they realize it. That's it.
Yeah.
Fundamental.
Yeah, it's all about helper. It's all about giving back, right? I mean, like, isn't that what life is kind of about? I mean, the whole reproductive thing.
I like to give
children
so much. You know, when you know the old saying, like, keep your cup full so you can help your friend have their cup, you know, have a little water or whatever.
Yeah.
I like to keep the water flowing so that the cup's overflowing. So that way, no matter what, like the kitty or the dog down the street can come by and get some water. Wow. Also, my friend, if you need some water, drink it out of the glass, whatever. Everybody's got water. And I'll keep flowing that energy in your direction, in every direction that I can, that I know about, and in ways that I don't even know about. But I also hope that whatever energy that I am putting out there is being received in a way that is loving and like embraced. And that's all I want. That's really the fundamental values that I uphold. And I put that into every single speck of music or video or content creation that I do. And I work in a very, very complicated industry, and it's obviously at a standstill for the last year.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you won't start an OnlyFans page?
I have 6
Okay, well, you got to pay the bills, right? I mean, like you just can't leave it hanging like that. You just gotta.
Nobody can afford my OnlyFans page. So it's okay.
We won't even bother posting the link because no one listening can afford it.
I don't even have the room in my house for all that money.
Dude, you too? You got the same problem I have.
Joe has the same problem, ladies and gentlemen.
It's crazy.
He's on Tinder.
Gotta figure, yeah. I just switched over to OnlyFans as well, and it's going really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some weird dudes
like
on there.
Property where I can like locate and like have like an airstrip, to land my helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Subwoofers attached, of course. Like I only fly around with like loud music blaring. You
Yeah.
don't want to hear the sound of the wind being beaten into submission.
No, or the engine. Yeah.
Music that's coming out of my speakers. Or coming out of the speakers, but it's an encrypted translation type of deal. That's what music does for people. And that's why it's so awesomely helpful because it literally moves molecules around. The bass pushes air. That's what you feel.
Yep.
You typically do not hear sub-bass frequencies. You feel them shaking you around, literally.
Yeah.
Like a blender.
Sound pressure level.
Around, helping you literally with like artery issues. I mean, it's like a health thing that I am so passionate about, but words can't describe. Music does very well. I can't. When I describe it, people are like, you need to go to your room and go to bed. I'm like, I'm being told what to do. So you go outside. I'm not going to bed. You go outside. And go to bed. But my door's shut. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lock it, but unless I have to. If I lock it, then you know that like you better text me or something. If you don't want to text me, then cool. I'll just sit here and wallow in my feels.
Yeah, everyone seems to kind of go into their own boxing ring corners when there's a discussion of any kind, like
that's that like knee-jerk
like shit, I don't want to see that
response, fight or flight.
Yeah,
it's a very, very real thing, and yeah, that's the initial reaction that we all have because we all want to save the things that we love, and that's it. And that's start and finish of why the impetus for everything that we think and do happens, right? For your care for your children, or whether it's care for your anything. Like I have care for my thumb drive right here. And like the last thing I would ever want to do is let this poor little baby freeze in the cold, but it wouldn't hurt it. But fire.
And then if you make 4 or 5 other thumb drive babies and hide them in different places in fireproof boxes and in the cloud, then you'll be
my
okay.
Thumb drives are safe, and I'm not so worried about it.
Yeah. So you need to have thumb drive babies.
About it. And regardless, people are always telling me, Mark, you need to concentrate on yourself, work on your music, stop worrying about other people. But I care about them so much that I will do anything it takes. I will drive to Long Beach right now. If you say you need me there in 5 minutes, I say, and I'm like, hey, I'll be there. I can only be there in 10. And you say, I really need you right now. I'll say, I'll be there in 2. And you know what? Time travel isn't possible, or is it?
That's great.
Ooh,
what do you think, Joe?
I haven't figured it out, but if you have any tips for time travel, because if somebody called me for, like, let's say a job in Long Beach right now, I could, like, go get my guitars at the studio and my amp and everything, and then I'd be like, okay, I'll see you at, like,
10?
No, like, midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be late to the gig.
Well, you don't have a plane.
But so if I needed to help somebody,
right,
I could do it. But if I needed to get there, like, in a timely fashion,
Exactly. Well, it's obviously we don't have the physical technology for time travel, but if you're putting yourself in a place mentally where you're able to use all the tools that you have, that includes, your ability to apply all the knowledge that you have, right? I'm a thing that I've always kind of subscribed to is to withhold knowledge is to betray it. And I've found that in my industry, it's very cutthroat. People are always trying to like step on each other and
withhold
like
knowledge,
the head or get up, right? And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, have you ever like rock climbed before? Like, that it takes a team to like not die climbing, Mount Everest and stuff. And throw me down a rope. I'm about to slip. This rock just cracked, and I need your help. Or I'm gonna die. Whew, fast carabiner, boom, done. real quick, not done, right? Life-saving, quick. You don't have to think about it. It should be innate. It's not innate, but it should be.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wow. So rock climbing is a very good, like, sort of analogy to extrapolate what I'm trying to say about how serious it is when you're not there to support people. If you can, right, you can call someone else to help them. Hey, throw the rope to that person right now. Throw me the rope. Throw it across the crevasse. I can grab it. Bam, boom. Send it down to you. Okay, got it. You got the carabiner. Hook it in. Hook in. Hook in. Okay, cool. Everybody now pull. And we're pulling. Now we just saved a life instantly. It could happen in seconds, milliseconds. It has to happen. Your body has to move as fast as your mind's moving. Sometimes I can't even talk as fast as I'm moving. Sometimes people are like, slow down. I'm like, I literally have a sign. I'm going to show you right now. I have a sign.
Luckily, people have rewind on this when they view it, so that's good.
I have a sign in my yard that says "Slow the funk down" that my friend Megan painted.
Slow the funk down.
Oh, I love that you're taking us with you.
Oh my God, this is great.
Oh yeah,
we're time traveling.
Fantastic right now,
dude. You just read my mind because I was kind of going to ask for a little bit of a house tour and maybe to see a little bit of your studio, but I didn't want to be all weird and
your
start
studio
prying.
Looks amazing. I've seen it in the stream.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, dude, where are you? Like specific address so we can.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Just kidding. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, awesome.
Down and go. There you go. Nice. Wow.
Oh, slow the funk down, man.
Very cool.
So those are constant reminders to me, from me and also from my friends, to like, don't forget, Marky, Mr. ADHD boy. You gotta remember to breathe. You have to be able to breathe in order to be able to drink water. And if you can't drink water or breathe, you need somebody to help you.
Has anyone ever told you the whole? I mean, I've had this explained to me when I was going through some rough times, but you sound very, as Shayna would say, experienced. What now?
I've been called a lot of things. I've actually been called a lot of things, regardless of whatever my motive.
Experienced isn't a bad word.
It's not. I forgot. I just forgot what I was going. I had to switch to you, and I just forgot where I was going with that. We were talking about the whole mindfulness of people.
Yes.
Yeah, I lost it.
Time travel.
Time travel. Yeah.
No, we may have moved past that. So.
Yeah,
that
I was gone.
That's okay. We're not there yet technologically.
My ADHD is kicking in right now.
Mine too.
Oh shit! You guys are gonna be scared.
Should we just?
Yeah, we don't want to scare the cats.
Don't scare the cats.
No.
They're angry.
Yeah. Do not fuck with cats.
No.
No.
Never.
Especially not Joe's cats.
No.
Yeah.
He has murder cats.
You got anal gland cats.
No, that's the dog.
The dog.
That's the dog. I'm sorry.
Hey, leave my cats out of
Sorry.
this.
Cats don't have anal glands, do they?
I believe every
and
living
only by
mammal does.
proxy
I don't know if we
am
want
I
to
a
know this.
cat. Just because my parents happened to have fun in whatever month it was. I was born in July.
Conversation's amazing.
You might be a
according
cat.
to
You're a cat.
Astroglidological, whatever the hell that is. I'm a Leo cat. So I've always embodied that a little bit. Garfield is my spirit animal.
Did you just say
Nice.
astroglide logical?
Yeah, it's part.
Yeah.
They identified it.
I heard Astroglide. I haven't used it personally. It's not our sponsor today, by the way.
It's in our solar system, but it's past Pluto, but it's still considered part of like a moon of Pluto.
You know what's funny about Uranus?
It just goes right to Uranus.
Yeah. Well, they hang out. Yeah.
You know what's funny
Damn
about
it.
Uranus? It's the only planet in our solar system to have its rings 45 degrees to the rings of any other planet.
Yeah, they're a little adversarial, or maybe it's more like a mating dance. I never could figure that out.
Yeah, it's a dance, absolutely, and dancing is literally one of the most healthy things that humans can do.
Yeah.
But we don't do enough of it, and the pandemic has literally put people in a position to where that energy is not being expended, and that is a very, very traumatic thing for people and just life in general. We need to be expressed, and we have to move around to be able to do it. And sitting around in our house even though playing video games is fun, it's not the best thing for us, but it's not bad because it does exercise those sort of muscles in your head, right? Hand and eye coordination. Mm-hmm. It also takes a lot of thought to be able to get through a game. Like, you have to win. If you're trying to win, unless you're just like me and you just like run around on the beach playing, you know, in whatever video game. I mean, I like playing a lot of different video games, but I have a few ones that are my favorites.
Which games do you play?
My mainstay, GTA, Red Dead Redemption, Gran Turismo.
I'm a big fan of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah,
that's my jam.
It's
jam.
You guys have to play together.
Have you ever watched the? Oh my God, there's so many YouTube videos.
PS4.
There's so many YouTube videos of roleplay. Have you ever watched like the GTA roleplay on YouTube?
I have actually. There's this one that I've watched on YouTube. Yeah, he's like I don't know if he's like actually a real cop, but he like totally.
Oh,
like,
is it Polecat or Jeff Favragano?
Yeah, that guy.
Jeff? Yeah.
Yep.
He I think he actually was a real. You know Jeff, right?
Oh, totally.
Oh man,
he pulled me over one time.
He's been doing it for a long time. But yeah, he gets on Grand Theft Auto and he just makes up these scenarios online.
It's hilarious. No, he does
so
the
good.
whole like. I mean, I have a Grand Theft Auto. I've been playing it since it was on PlayStation 1. I literally have the actual discs still to this day from that PlayStation.
What made you keep that?
The deluxe set with the the British version and also American version, so you have to drive on the wrong side of the road, but it's looking down over the top of it. I was gonna try and find it right now, but can't.
More house tour.
More house
tour. Too cold.
If you're gaming hard, do you have like one of those driver chair kind of modular things, or do you just do the?
That's more for iRacing.
I can show you my gaming rig.
Yeah, I was kind of more interested in your studio, but now we go gaming.
Now we're going. We're switching to
gaming,
studio. Everybody.
This
is the gaming session.
It all started when I was a kid, being gaming around, playing around a room.
I love that this has turned into cribs.
This is
this is our first cribs episode, guys.
This is the most ADD episode we've ever done.
Gotta get a blaster, right? Gotta have bass while I'm playing games.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
That's awesome. And that's what I was gonna say. We were going back to the whole music theory of healing. And I'm really interested in this because what I understand about human energy is it's very it can be very like you cannot replicate what happened with Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
For example, Joe, would you agree?
I would absolutely agree. You could learn to play that thing, but what they did together during that time, and obviously there was a ton of overdubs and all that stuff, but there's no way you could recreate that right now. And even
moment.
Yeah, Jimmy Page was sitting here, he'd be like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Yeah.
You can think about it like it's like a near flying object, right? Like you're not trying to hit it, but there's an object flying at you at 30,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And you know that if you make a correction and they make a correction, you have to make sure that you're doing the right corrections in the right directions. Otherwise, you're going to slam into each other and obliterate.
Worlds collide.
But if you make the right correction calculatedly enough so that you're not like accident. When you're trying to dodge someone, you accidentally just literally end up eyeball to eyeball. You're like, ouch, I tried to dodge you, and we both ended up literally our eyeballs touched. Like, ouch.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm also interested to know if you can feel someone walking behind you without actually seeing them. Can you feel the energy be for people behind you?
Yeah, I have a sense of like I can tell when someone's looking at me or something. Sometimes I'll just kind of be like, "What's that?" And I won't even look at it sometimes. But other times I'll be like, "Bitch, what are you doing back there?" And I'll look and they'll be actually coming back there.
Too.
You do? Yeah. Well, I think it's a certain. It's like a sixth sense of perception.
Yeah, it's intuition, perceptibility.
Now, do you believe in different? What's the right word for this? not planes of existence. Parallel universes. Do you believe in parallel universes?
I think we're in one right now.
Okay.
Cool.
Because we're on Zoom right now, right? I'm focused dead on this phone right now, but I'm also walking around my house. I'm actually in my neighbor's house. Here, I'll give you a little tour.
He's walking through his neighbor's house right now?
Your neighbor's just wow.
Oh, what's up, people? Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see that.
Hey, hi.
Wait, let's see the view again.
Hi, everybody. What's up? We're on a live show right now. Hope you're enjoying your food.
Oh, dude, you just gave away your MO there.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry.
Only the locals
Only
know.
the locals show.
I love this.
Oh, no. Fuck.
I love this.
All the girls are
all
going to
over
be
the place.
driving over there now. They're going to
So all
know
over the place.
what
I love
happened.
Peace.
Fucking
I
love
hope
it.
it's all in peace. That's all I care about.
I can't follow my notes at all. It's great. No, this is so interesting for me, at least. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, going back to sort of regular life, did you play any sports in high school or anything like that? Like, were you antisocial? Did you have a different
That's a
personality
hard right
or anything
turn,
like
Bryan.
that?
Slow down your Gran Turismo, bro.
It's actually a very good question because it's derivative.
Yeah, it's all about him.
Literally
Informative.
the proverbial that school fucking hated because their way of trying to make me do shit was not working, and they were just like, take medication. I'm like, I don't want Ritalin. I don't need that shit. They're like, you need Ritalin. You're a disruption in class. I'm all, well, I think too much, so I think that's not a good idea. I don't think you need to stifle me from thinking.
Well,
I think what you need to do is learn how to teach better. But okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I'll go to detention again.
wow.
Cool.
Do you think it's interesting that people nowadays are prescribing pills just like people back in the day just said, oh, hey, just have a drink, like just have a drink of beer. No, now it's take a pill. Like, isn't that like the complete opposite of what you want to fucking do?
I'm a firm believer that the whatever you want to call it, Western medicine, bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking kills people every day.
Yeah.
And I've helped so many of my friends out of addiction just because they went to the dentist. It's just ridiculous.
Wow, yeah.
Like, and they're like, oh, I don't want to smoke weed or anything, and I'm like, you're literally like, the way you're acting right now is like a heroin junkie, and you don't even realize it, and your doctor did it to you, telling you that they know best. Fuck them.
Wow. Yeah, that's a interesting concept that not a lot of people are, or they're being bought off. Like not a lot of people are talking about it.
Sure. They definitely get the stipends. Probably not allowed to talk about it.
It's just a tragic. I'm on medication for a bunch of things, and I've been told back when I got. I guess I'll fucking tell it. I got a DUI in my early 20s, trying to just rationalize why I was interested in some girl from Vegas and why I was willing to drive there almost every other weekend. And I was just trying to figure myself out at the time. And I was young and dumb, and I didn't have any problems. And I was some privileged kid back in the day, and it's just. Right. It was just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And then when you get into some trouble, it's like, oh well, your brain is not right. You need to alter it with this drug because that will help you. Like it just didn't. Yeah. And then it just kind of spirals out of control. And I think we are the kind of like the most messed up country. And we have the most mass shootings,
exactly.
I'm not sure if you were paying attention.
That's a systemic problem.
I'm not sure if you were paying attention to the news the last couple of weeks, but we had like 3 mass shootings in California, or in the United States. At least 2 in California, something like that.
Well, there's that, and then there's like the people who are harming Asians because of their stupid ignorance. And there's people harming black people because there's stupid ignorance, and every other type of racism and ignorance that is causing every single problem is completely a systemic issue. And it does start from our completely outdated and absolutely obsolete education system that, I mean, I know a lot of really good teachers that are completely hamstringed by the fact that if they do anything by trying to teach their kids anything other than what the curriculum is, they will be fired and they will lose their job and they can't support their family. Teachers, they don't make enough money. These people got into this field because they wanted to help people, and they're literally being hands tied behind their backs.
And they can't talk about it, or
No, it's absolutely forbidden, and you will lose your career if you do it, and you will never teach again in the country. And then you'll be like relegated to like, oh, they're esoteric, whatever teaching, whatever people want to label it as. That's cool. Cool story, bro. Go drink your Bud Light.
Damn.
I mean, it's like anything that is not part of the system is, considered crazy and out there and unaccepted.
Well, I mean,
that's
the pharma.
Exactly how the system's designed is to make people feel that way, and that's what it stands for. And I don't want to be the one to say it, but I'm not the only one.
Well, I think that's why the whole marijuana lobby was active for so long, up until they couldn't control the overwhelming demand. I understand that you have something that you are passionate about, a product that you were showing us earlier. I'm not sure what it was, but can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh, now he doesn't have it.
Now he doesn't have it. Now he's got it.
So I've used cannabis as a replacement for all the bullshit drugs that doctors have tried to put me on my whole entire life.
Right.
I've smoked weed. It's been a point of contention with my mom, my dad, everything my whole life, until I made the point with my mom about coffee. Like, you're addicted to coffee. You can't even function until you have your coffee. Like, I don't need weed to wake up. Like, I'm like this. I wake up and I'm like, good morning, sunshine. What's up? I'm Daisy, but I'm.
That's how Joe. That's how Joe feels right now. Actually, by the way, he doesn't know where he is. He actually time traveled from earlier, and now he's here. So we have actually time travel technology on the show.
Smoked some weed before he came over.
Good morning.
And I also encourage everybody to get this stuff right here.
What do you got there, man?
What is that?
This is some beautiful, beautiful herb salve made by my friend.
And it's called Enchanted.
Wake and bake
flower herself. It's very, very
Acme.
medicinal. It's very, very done with care.
A salve, you said?
It's like you rub it on your whatever is hurting.
Okay, salve.
Topical treatment. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's the...
it's amazing. It's beautiful. This one's actually the chill one, so it's like super indica.
That's really cool.
Wow. We can't see the numbers. Read the numbers for our listeners.
But I can send you guys like the QR code links and stuff like that. But it would, it's amazing stuff. It worked. She started creating it just like I've been doing what I've been doing with music. She creating it to heal my own pain, but also help others.
So I have a question. I've never used a salve before. How does that work, and where do you put it?
It's topical, so you just rub it on it's like if you have pain, it's a cannabis infused topical, essentially lotion.
Okay, so you just rub it where you have the pain
to impermeate your pores and all the things that need to happen to be able to get it into your system. Same reason why smoking weed. Smoking might not be the best thing for your lungs, but it's also the quickest way to get it into your neural synapses so that you can actually be healed, other than intravenous. But it's actually quicker than intravenous if you do through the lungs.
Yep.
So do you feel the effects of the THC when you use it as a salve? Okay.
Not at all. And what it does is the THC effects that normally would be psychoactive in your brain, which are like fun and relaxing for me, especially for anxiety, will actually have the same effect on your muscle instead. So now you have a local anesthetic that actually will help you not feel pain in that area, and you can just relax and get back to doing whatever you're doing.
Oh,
okay.
So are you saying that the salve that you were just showing is it's a THC heavy versus a cannabidiol? CBD kind of. It's
I was trying to show you the label, but
we couldn't see it. So it's a blend of THC and CBD.
Yeah.
Tetrahydra and
milligrams and stuff.
I still can't see it. You can just read them because this is really interesting.
There it is.
150 CBD, 250 THC.
Oh wow. Oh,
And it's chill.
Man, that's cool.
The strain of the herb that's in this particular one. This is the one that she knows that I need because we talked about pain a lot. Her and I are very similar.
That's so
in
cool.
That
Wow.
dealing with our pain, and the thing is my friend, has been dealing with actual pharmaceutical problems, and they've got her basically strung out on all the
it's so fucked up.
Fucking her up.
It's so fucked up,
And
especially fentanyl nowadays.
I've always denied it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty cool, man. I've done my hands get all beat up from playing the guitar all the time.
Oh, I use it on my hands all the time.
Yeah, I should try that.
Or make music.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, it's so much better.
Get at me, and I'll get you the link because she could use the support, but like it really, really, really helps. There's no other I've never seen anything that works better.
That's really interesting.
This is so cool because it helps my mom who has arthritis. She won't smoke weed or anything.
Right. Yeah.
So I told her, I'm like, if you're dying and you're in pain, can I give you a hit of weed? She's like, no. I'm like, fine. All right, whatever.
They're gonna give you morphine. It's like heroin.
I'm cool with that. As long as a doctor injects her with morphine.
People don't. It's just if they have a lab coat on, then it's fine.
Yep.
If it's Doctor.
That's what we're taught.
If it's Dr. Fauci, then you gotta trust him. It's just.
Well,
It's crazy.
That's all part of the
Dr.
indoctrination. Indoctrination, get it?
There you go.
Interesting play on words.
Indoctrination, we trust.
Now, music obviously has been we got to steer this towards the music aspect of this part.
Yep.
So, music has been a huge part of your life. When did music take hold of you? I know. For Joe and I, it was very young, like right around the teenage years, like 12, 13.
Yeah.
What about you? When did you first start experimenting with playing?
My mom said that when I was inside of her that I would kick around if she played music or anything like that. So she'd have to get away from it if it was painful.
Oh, it was painful. It was painful to her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she was
That's a new one.
I was ready to dance before I was born.
Nice.
Wow, that's
cool.
so interesting.
Cool. House beats.
Yeah, it's just like you can't. I remember when my daughter was first born. I mean, obviously there was no. We didn't have any problems with the pregnancy or anything like that. But when she was first born, I watched her eyes when I was holding her for the first time, and it was just they were darting around. And she was just so curious, and I love that. I love that she was just so curious about the world around her as soon as she came out. It was just it was very powerful.
Yeah. That's a really great sign. It shows that someone is watching their surroundings.
Yeah, it's
Last
so
thing you want is
crazy.
your kid looking at you catatonically. You're like, do you want to kill me or hug me?
You want to kill me?
Yeah, the catatonic thing's never good at any age, really,
No.
from a medical standpoint. I'm no doctor, but it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. So, what was there a turning point that made you just go yes, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly. I remember I was hanging out. I mean, my best friend, Brandon, Dean to Cal Snow, we used to hang out all the time. He was super into the Grateful Dead. I wasn't, but he made me listen to it, and I was like, all right, I appreciate it, and and understood the vibe and what he was talking about. It's beautiful music, and really beyond expertly put together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about an experience. And he used to talk shit about our friends, mutual friends that used to go to raves all the time. But I also listened to electronic music, but I didn't really know that I didn't know the difference, right?
How old were you at this time?
Probably 14. And so I'm like, okay. And then our friends used to come back from raves at 6 a.m. Me and my friend Brandon would be playing Gran Turismo video games all night long. And at 5 or 6 a.m, our friends would be like, oh, we're back. We'd be like, oh shit. What's up, Steve? And they would be like, dude, Mark, and I'd be listening to Daft Punk or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Dude, you should come to a party. And Brandon would be like, no, that's lame, blah, blah, blah. Just a bunch of, people sucking on lollipops and shit. I'm like, I like lollipops. I like bass. And they were like, dude, you gotta come. I was like, all right. So I went to a show. And then when I got there, they kind of like, boop, disappeared because there's 10,000 people. And I was like, I don't know anyone. I don't know where I am. But either way, okay, I'm just going to walk around. And I discovered, I was actually, the impetus was me actually looking for the restroom at the Alexandra Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. And I was walking up the stairs and I was trying to find a restroom in that place. And I smelled weed, so I walked towards that.
Like a dog, just like, yes, I'll go that way.
Logical, follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
And, so I
Tony the Tiger wasn't wrong.
Jungle room stage, essentially.
Yes.
Right?
Jungle room, yep.
And there was a bunch of weed smoke in there, and the music was badass and dope, and it wasn't all just like trance happy shit that I'm not really into.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is my vibe. And then I walked up to the turntables, and that's when I met one of the most like legendary DJs, producers in America, and he just happens to be one of our LA natives, DJ RAW, known as Six Block now.
Six Block, yeah.
But I was like, wow, he's amazing on the decks. He's just such a master. I was like, whoa, that's like what I want to. That's like me. I'm the kid who literally would like forget to bring food and blankets camping, but I had tons of music. I always had tapes. I would make sure that I had adapters that we could plug into whatever crap you had, speakers. That was me always since I can remember. Wow. So yeah, it was very, very clear to me. Oh yeah, I'm getting turntables tomorrow.
Wow. And what was the first turntable that you got?
Techniques 1200.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Now, you're playing with some digital stuff right now. I saw, those the two past live streams that you did on YouTube. I'm not sure if they were streamed anywhere else. Were they streamed on Twitch as well, or? I believe when I did those, I uploaded it to YouTube. When I originally did those shows, I just did it through Restream, and I believe I streamed it through Twitch and YouTube, but I used the Twitch specifically because it enables the audience to actually talk to me. Yeah.
And right, I can read the chats while they're so I'm talking to people in those shows the whole time.
You were talking to one of your friends. I think her name was Elisa or Eliza or something like that. Yeah,
Elisa's one of my best friends.
That was so funny.
Huh?
That was great. I mean, it was just like it felt like I was in like just dropping in on one of your personal performances, and it was really cool because a lot of performers really just like they're just like in front of them, like pretending to feel like 1,000 people in front of them, like, yeah, come on. They're doing all that stuff. But this was really, really cool because it was just so personal. And now was this any kind of like therapy music that you were playing? Like what just like a DJ set or what was it? Yeah,
ultimately, so my friend had been going through a very, very rough time, and I'd been there with her, holding her hand throughout the whole entire thing, which I would do for any one of my loved ones.
Wow, that's so cool.
And, that night, she was finally at a place of peace, and I was like, "Hey, I gotta go home, and I know you gotta work tomorrow. So, how about if you're down, I'm gonna play some music anyways." And what I did, I told her earlier that I had bought the entire discography of her favorite producer that she turned me on to like 5 years ago, and I was like, I bought that just so I could play that music for you and give it to you, like especially at DJ sets. But I was like, if you want, when I go home right now, I feel like mixing anyways because I need to release some of my own energy. And if you want, I'll send you the link. And she's like, yeah. And so I was like, cool. And that's what happened. She literally chimed in within 5 minutes and was like, I was like, is the audio good? She's like, yep, it's good. And then she just went to sleep in total bliss and peace. And I did that specifically for her. But I literally, bought every single song of that artist and songs that aren't even released to this day.
Wow.
Because of that, just to help her out. It had nothing to do with me. I love the music. I really honestly meant to buy it all earlier, but because she was in such pain and I know that that's her like happy place, listening to that, I was like, I'm going to get this for you. So this is going to fix you. That's what my whole mentality was on that one. I went into it with nothing but just trying to help my friend come back to us.
Wow, man, that's heavy. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can. We're gonna try to pull this up on.
I think you might have to blur that out.
We're gonna try to pull this up on screen. I'm not sure if this is gonna work.
Yeah, let's do a little listen if we can.
Hold on.
That's from my buddy Jerry's Generation X show. Him and Andy B put that on. His name's DJ J West and DJ Andy B.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a show that they put on, and I play on it regularly. We collaborate a lot.
That's so cool. Yeah. Our internet's taking a shit right now.
Yeah.
As we try to play this, we've never done this before. This is our first time doing it $4 in YouTube.
It's okay. My internet's being weird. I'm on data. And
it's okay, but we're gonna play a little bit of this right now. This is really some awesome stuff. I mean, we're watching you right now.
Yeah, I'm hanging out in my friend's studio in Santa Paula.
That's so cool. So,
wow.
I'm a big fan of Tool and syncopated beats and everything that you were doing towards like this. I think it was like halfway point. I was watching it, continuing, and it was just like this one beat was just like, oh, like you hit on some really good vibes, and it's really interesting. Just have you taken?
I get that way because that's the intention.
Have you taken psychology, or do you know about? Do you know a lot about like
I think
human energy?
I understand it intrinsically and innately more than anything.
Yeah.
I've actually had other people tell me like the actual definitions for the kind of things that I think and feel more than I have paid attention to any of that. No, I've never been like educated in any way really, other than me reading and seeking out the information myself. But other than that, like someone who is like a professional practitioner would be like, hey Mark, do you know that you've been doing Ayurvedic yoga? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, I just needed a tennis ball behind my shoulder because it hurt when I was driving. And they're like, yeah, but like you're pushing on a pressure point, which is something that's called myofascial release. Part of that whole entire thing. It's very interesting stuff, but I had no idea anything about it.
Oh.
I just figured it out on my own to try to mitigate pain.
Did you learn music on your own? I mean, obviously you didn't go to school probably for that.
No.
Is that something you can take in school?
Yes.
Is it?
You can take DJing lessons in school?
Yeah, you can be.
I mean, I've done DJ lessons for people, but it's like kind of like fun. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's cool.
It just means like teaching someone something is fun for me because I like when people really want to learn something. I'm happy to teach them.
Yeah.
But also sometimes, again, like me being like a light speed type of a thinker, I can kind of steamroll over things unintentionally.
Wow. Yeah. I got to ask a question, man. So on the production end of things, when, obviously you're a really good composer. I was listening to some of your tracks recently that I was cranking them. Probably got my neighbors all mad because I was like pumping them pretty hard. I have not gone to my studio where I've got the big boy speakers. But I will do that and probably blow my ears out on it.
Please do.
Yes, I will. So when you're composing, and I was trying to get you to do like the MTV Cribs thing with your studio. You could if you want, but what's without getting too nerdy, what's your process? Are you sitting there with like a sample machine and that kind of thing, or how? I know it can work like 9 million different ways with electronic music and sampling, and then mixing all of that.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then into the mix process. Yeah.
We're all gonna freeze right now and pretend we're all frozen.
Oh, that's a funny face. Yeah. I use
we pause with our homies
to produce all my music.
Okay.
I sample from various sources using my phone. It could literally just be the sound of some squeaky brake at a stoplight someone had, and I'm just like, I'll follow them to the next stoplight just to hear it and record it.
And that damn Blue Jay. The Blue Jay,
like,
the cat, yeah.
Yeah, I like to take things from everyday life, whether it's the wind or traffic, anything, and incorporate those as nuanced layers in songs.
That's really cool. You can hear that. I listened to it
all in the box. I'm not a real musician. I'm not a manual musician.
Well, in the box it means a lot of things these days, and they're Chad Blake and a lot of cats that like have a million bits of outboard gear and know how to use them. They can that guy can knock a track out of the park in the box, in quotes, meaning using all digital technology better than I'm ever going to do in my whole damn life.
Right. Well, yeah, because you can spend hours or days just perfecting everything, and it's really just a virtual studio inside of a laptop, so you can do it while you're on a flight for 12 hours.
Absolutely.
You have to do? Eat their crappy airplane food, or you're just going to work on shit?
Both. And I'll drink a lot along the way, but that's just my process,
Yeah, but no, that's part of it. You get drunk enough and you're just like, all right, I'm done peeing and trying to smoke in the bathroom. Now I'm going to work on something for 10 minutes before I watch this movie again.
You speak for yourself, man.
Oh, are we taking a break right now?
No.
Oh.
So the other question I had,
What's going on?
unless anybody's got something else.
You're good.
Pee
You're
break
good.
time?
Actually, it kind of is.
I'm getting there.
Joe likes to take a break.
Are we going to have to cut this right
sometimes?
now? We'll be right back after these messages.
Yes.
I gotta go. He's got to go.
I do too.
No, we want DJ DownNgoinG to stay here though.
Can you stay there? We should play a track.
We should play a track.
Let people listen. Grab headphones at home.
Yeah, we're gonna play one of his.
Any track you want off my SoundCloud. Like if you want to play.
We're gonna play one of the live stream DJ mix that you did at that Generation X show.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
If that's okay. We'll just kind of stream that a little bit while we take a break.
Do we have the video of that?
Well, you can, but just so you know that those songs are not, those are copyrighted.
Okay, we're going to pause that.
But you can play stuff off of my SoundCloud.
SoundCloud? Okay.
Most of the songs are original or remixed by me. All of them are by me, but like either a remix or something. But anything that's like original.
Oh, yeah, this is
like
new.
Totally cool.
This is new. Actually, hold on. This is a year ago. These are all about a year ago. Oh, yeah.
Well,
okay.
Whenever I uploaded them, but either way, I've been working on music.
I listened to this one, and I was really excited about this one. This was really Battle Stag.
That one was inspired by one of my favorite movies, Gentlemen Broncos. There's a scene in it, so yeah, that's the total inspiration for that one.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Is it okay if I be right back in a second?
Yeah, we're all going to be right back.
Dude, we're going to listen to a track, man.
We're going to listen to a track for the live audience.
Put your headphones on.
Put your headphones on, and
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
Relax.
1 second.
We'll be right back.
I got to pee. I'll take the...
Sound is a mental
one's
image
called
created by the brain in response to vibrating molecules. Similarly, there can be no pitch without a human or animal present. Pitch is one of the primary means by which musical emotion is conveyed.
We'll be right back at this.
Mood, excitement, calm, romance, and danger are signaled by a number of factors, but pitch is among the most decisive.
I looked this woman in her optic stands, and I said,
How many different pitches are there? How many different pitches are there?
Yes, it is. Oh, wow. That was, I said pitch. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
Where did you guys go?
We went off the matrix right there.
We did a little bit of a quick kind of mid-show levitation thing.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like levitating and yoga together.
We're gonna
It's good.
we're gonna abruptly come back to Down and Going here. Now we're back from the break. All right, we're all good. Yeah, we're all good and relieved.
Yeah.
He looks relieved.
I was the only one that didn't have to go. I was just sitting
You
in
were
a,
just sitting
a
there.
quiet studio. I was like, what do I do? So I'm like looking at TikTok.
You have TikTok?
My
She
data went
No.
kaput right now,
Uh-oh.
so I might be extra laggy. And my internet's fucking being weird. I gotta figure all that out.
That's
But,
that's
still
cool.
here.
Thank you thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, man.
This has been such a pleasure to talk with you.
Yeah.
You're just
Absolute pleasure on my half too.
y-
I don't
y-
see your video, but there we go.
Oh, you got it. Okay. You are just you were just so interesting. I can't explain it, and I just wanted to let you know.
Bryan has a way with
really
words.
appreciate
I have a good way with words,
Yes.
as you have a good way with the camera there. And he's coming back online, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's dealing with the data issue, and we're gonna come back. We can hear him. We can still hear him.
I can hear you.
And we'll talk this way.
So
How's
what
that?
we can do actually in post is we can in the frame where he's supposed to be, we can just put a picture.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
If we have any clips.
I have logos and anything, other videos or anything else that you want to add. I can totally help out with that too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we want to kind of close this out with promoting you and with any projects that you're currently working on. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. The most important thing that I'm trying to put out right now is my Deep in the Mix show, which is essentially a visual audio based music experience prescription medication to help people alleviate all of the pains just being in existence. And that's the impetus and the whole entire point of what I do. And that's why I'm pushing Deep in the Mix. My website's DownNgoinG.com. You got all the links on there. I'm actually having a friend help me redesign the website so it's a little bit more intuitive for people who are in pain. Because I don't know if you noticed on like pain medication bottles, like anything you get from a doctor, you always see like these warnings and labels written on there in real small text, real big text, blah, 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 multiple times. It's because when you're in pain, it affects your vision and your ability to perceive, hear, see everything. So they put it on there that way so that you can actually recognize what you're taking, so you don't actually take the wrong thing and kill yourself. So it's with that in mind, it's that serious.
Yeah, I this is the thing that I've been kind of preaching. I wouldn't say preaching, but that I've been saying for a while is that if we could only see our brain and what we were doing to it with any activity and any kind of substance that we put in our body. I mean, we see our own bodies, but we don't see our brain. I mean, it would be crazy if it was clear, if our skull was clear and we didn't have hair, like, and then we could see.
I can show you what your brain looks like on the inside.
I don't know if I want to know.
How do you do? Could you explain how you would do that?
To take the prescription that you are given, but it's also, that's again, it's like you don't have to like listen to the music you don't want to hear. Very important.
Yeah, and you're not taking anything internally. It's just external. It's external vibrations that. And do you have you? One last question: have you ever experienced or done any sort of, I guess, experiments with magnets and how they change?
Very much.
Yeah, really.
I've actually been that's actually funny you mentioned that. I use magnets for so much that it's actually hard to explain.
Really? Could you give one light example of what a magnet type of procedure would look like for you?
We're going to pause for station identification.
Just have a very, very magical way. And if you notice, the word magnet is part of the word magical. Like all the letters are there.
M-A-G.
I mean, it's like you can make magic, and that's actually magic incarnate right there. You can look at a magnet and play with it and be like, I don't know how that works. Wow. That's a magnet for you. And I've been very attracted to that, obviously. And when I was a little kid in like elementary school, I mean, I'm talking like first grade, kindergarten. I used to sit in the sandbox when I learned that you could put a magnet around a tissue paper around a magnet, and you could actually put a tissue around the magnet and put it in the sand, and it would pick up the lead, or not the lead, but the iron out of the sand,
Yeah.
And that actually is a really cool phenomenon. And then you would pull the tissue away from the magnet, and you collect all your little iron, right? And then I'd put that in another tissue, stuff it in my pocket, and then keep digging for more. I just do that like repetitiously.
That sounds fun.
So that's always been very fascinating to me. And like expound on that topic I should probably write a book, but like I'm in too much pain to actually type.
You could
so I have to
voice
use voice
text
to
it.
text,
Yeah.
which basically means that I might end up sending you a dick pic on accident.
Hey man,
I would love to read a book that was.
Oh, God, I thought you were-
voice
Shayna,
texted.
I thought you were going to say, I would love to get a dick pic. I was just
kinda
like,
where-
whoa.
I kind of thought that
Brian.
too.
Hold on a second.
I wouldn't be offended,
That's
but you
hilarious.
know.
We need to discuss
I think Joe
everything
wants
right
the
now.
dick pic.
No, I didn't say I wanted it, but it wouldn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother Joe. It's fine. Joe's fine.
What are those words on your head?
Look at that.
I think your computer broke.
Oh, okay. It's your projector.
Oh my gosh, what the hell is that thing, man?
Original mix.
Look at that clock.
talking about?
Holy crap.
Are you
Is,
talking about the Dali clock?
is that a real
you-
clock?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, I
God,
love
that's
it.
so cool.
Oh, that
I
is
love
cool.
it.
Yeah, Dolly clock.
What's that fancy computer down there?
Yeah, what do you got?
No computer down there, actually.
Oh, it's a keyboard. Gotcha. Okay.
The other computer's actually at my neighbor's house because I was going to do the Zoom meeting over there.
Oh,
There's like a mold issue here at my house, and I think that that's been causing some issues. Mold's very serious. Can actually fuck you up really bad when you don't even realize it.
wait, who does?
You have mold?
Yeah, I just noticed it. I mean, I noticed it a while ago, but yeah. So, anyways, that's why I was trying to do the thing over at my friend's house.
Oh, wow.
Like mold? Sorry, my headphones are weird. MOLD.
Yeah, mold.
Oh yeah, no, that stuff will grow everywhere. I thought you
It's
said
like
moles.
toxic.
The
It can
little.
be really toxic.
It can.
There you
I'm
go.
not trying to be weird. I'm just angling myself so you can see stuff.
No, that's cool, man.
No, this is the crib tour. I love it.
Great.
This is so cool.
Yeah, giving you a slight crib tour, but it's a mess in here, so I'm not trying to like show you everything.
That's cool. Do we got to talk more like kind of production stuff? I know we're kind of running out of time, but that would be really fun to kind of hear more of your process, maybe in like a mini
I'd love to
series or
share that
something.
with you.
Yeah, I mean, we want to have you back. My microphone's
Sure.
falling
I'd
in.
love to do a performance. I mean, obviously you can see all my stuff on my website and channels and stuff like that. That's how I guess my ultimate platform is to be able to get it out there so people can actually see.
Yeah, and you're
what I
on
do,
you're on
It's like, people-
Instagram as well, and I think I
Yeah.
followed you and you followed me back, and that was nice.
That's how Instagram works.
That's how you do it. It's networking, baby. No, you have a really
networking.
you have a really you recently, I think you recently posted about, I'm going from memory. You recently posted about Tyler, right?
Sorry? Yeah, my friend Tyler Rushing.
Yeah. Because that song, the Tyler song is kind of new. We're going to play it as we kind of exit out of the the interview.
Great segue. Because I want him to be remembered forever. And that's perfect.
Yeah.
I've ended many DJ sets with it before it was even released. I had the video that sample is actually a video he posted on Instagram about a month, right, almost to the day before he passed.
Wow.
Not passed, it was taken from us. But yeah.
What we want to make as much time for you here as possible for you to talk about him, but what was the most, I guess, what was so special about him? I'm curious. I didn't get a chance to know him.
He's just a genuinely great human being that was so just loving. He's supportive of everything that he cared about. We related on a lot because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very supportive of me and my music and my, exploits and whatnot. And we just became friends because of that. But also, he was also really good friends with another artist friend of mine, Denise Nicole, who's an amazing artist. And she's the one that told me that had happened, that he had died and the way it had happened and all that stuff. And I was like, my goodness, like, I'm so moved. And I was checking out his Instagram after that, in sadness. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is like him saying goodbye right now. Like, he's saying goodbye. And this is like exactly what my best friend Brandon Snow did 2 days before he died. And it's the same memory. Like I said, death never leaves you. It's always going to be there. We can't escape it, no matter what. Whether it happens naturally or you get hit by a car trying to save a dog, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you don't escape that. And so with that said, I was like, I really want to do this thing. I'm gonna do it anyways because I need to heal. But like, I don't want to hurt your family or his family. So I asked her if she could ask his dad if it was cool if I did that. But mainly what I was saying is, if I make this track, which I'm gonna do, I want to give it to everyone that knew him, that I know that are DJs, so they can play it, so that whenever everyone's having like a good moment out in the forest and, we're disturbing the wildlife and stuff, having the best times in life under the moonlight and the stars, that's what that was all about. And she was like, he's absolutely all behind it. And that gave me like license to be able to do that. And then when I made the track, my friend Nick Pasick, who's an amazing human being, like extremely like skilled, visual content creator and beyond, was like, that's such a moving song. What would you think about a video to it? And I was like, I can't pay you for it, but if you're into it, like, have at it. Like, I don't have like a release date intended. I don't really even know what to do with this because I feel dirty about even trying to like promote it because I did it
it's
so
such a difficult
like,
thing to try to get out there and just let it's such a difficult thing to do, just to promote that, but also
I'm not trying to build myself up with it.
Like,
you don't want people to remember.
You just want people to hear it. Absolutely.
Well, and to honor those that have fallen.
Exactly.
I've had some.
I love each and every one of them to this day, and they live within me. And part of my whole existence is really, like I said earlier, about carrying the energy that those people that you know love.
That's so amazing.
That's what I do, and I try to do that. And like my friend Brandon Snow died in '98. My best friend ever to this day, and he understood me more than everybody. Wow. He was instrumental, and so basically every time I ever feel like I'm gonna give up because I'm just tired, or I'm literally like drooling, sleeping, I need to sleep, but I know I have shit I need to do. I just remember that there's another person that would actually like try to wake me up and keep going, and if I couldn't do it, he would actually do it while I slept. And I keep that in mind every single day, every second of the day.
Wow, that's really cool.
That's beautiful, man.
God, I want to end the show.
I really appreciate you guys.
I don't want to end the show, but I have so many questions.
I'd like to hear this track.
You'd like to hear this track?
Oh, are you going to wrap up? Because I had one question that'll be like 37, but I don't have to. My mom didn't tell me to be home before midnight, so
okay, well, your mom's cool.
She's really cool.
She's really cool.
No, so one.
Go ahead.
If I could, one thing that I kind of wanted to touch on. So obviously, you're a content creator. You do a lot of different things in video, music production. You're a composer, you're a DJ. I know that's all the same thing. You're a mixing engineer. It's all the same damn thing now, right?
Right. All related.
Yeah. Where did you sort of hit that point where you went into music therapy? And I preface this with, I have worked with many music therapists, and I would actually call myself a credentialed therapist because I teach music.
People actually have called me that before. They've literally called me doctor.
Yeah, I get called that too by like little kids.
D&G.
Yeah, okay,
I
so
fucking help people so much.
Yeah, I definitely can identify with that.
It's endearing to me, and I love it. And it makes me work harder.
Right. And I understand that completely. And yeah, I get that too, even though I don't have a teaching credential. I have a music degree, but I don't have a teaching credential. Yeah. But I do more.
You're very perspicacious.
Wait, say that word again. That was very fancy.
Today's word is, what is it?
Perspicacious.
Oh,
sorry, that was Pee-wee's Playhouse. Pee-wee's Playhouse, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. That was yeah.
It means having a ready insight into things.
Well, and you would talk. So this is the segue, real quick. I know everybody's getting tired.
No, I'm not tired.
Well, me neither. Okay, so real quick. So you had talked about sort of infusing empathy and art together to a certain. I hope I'm describing that correctly.
Sure.
I'm kind of paraphrasing.
There's lots of words for it. It's all good.
How did you kind of figure out? Okay, I understand personally. You're rocking and rolling, or you're bass and drumming so hard that like deaf people can literally feel it. I've been there. I've done it. I get to work weekly with translators, and ASL translators, and that's a lot of my job at this point. When did you feel like the tracks you were making, or the music that you were feeling, sort of went into music therapy territory? That's what I've been wondering since I knew you were going to be on the show. It's my only question. Then I'll leave you alone.
Very easily and succinctly. That happened the minute that I realized that when I heard a song, when I was feeling a certain way, and the song made me feel better. And I was like, oh, wow, I need more of that.
That's so simple.
Yeah.
Wow. There it is.
And you didn't overanalyze. You didn't sort of like make a.
It was innate.
No kidding. So it's a feeling. It's not a sort of
absolutely.
process of
I
absorption.
ride everything on a feeling. And honestly, if you're talking about DJing, nowadays DJing mostly is digital. Yeah. But I started when I was DJing with vinyl, and there's a lot of like nuance that people don't realize. But one of the things that people don't realize about vinyl DJs, especially when you're playing in a setting where there's hundreds, thousands of people, hundreds or thousands, is that the vibrations of the music coming out of the speakers actually make the needles bounce.
That's right.
So
I never thought about that.
So it's like, hey, people, I know you're having fun out there, but you're making the needle skip.
Yep, when they're bouncing around and the subwoofers are
you have to be
180 dB.
Delicate.
Yeah,
like it's so delicate. It's like you're like trying to get your girl off, but you got to be gentle.
And you can't find that G-spot.
What do you need? What do you mean by that?
Please edit that out.
Yeah. Dang it! I had another really quick question, then you just threw me off with.
You always have really quick questions at the very end of the show, Joe.
So
I'm a
They're
listener.
so good though. They're so good.
All right, you're off the hook because
no,
you're going to come back.
Come on. One more question for Joe.
Okay. I was thinking,
one more Joe question. Here we go.
Go for it, brother.
Pixelated Joe, everybody.
Brother.
Pixelated Joe. Here we go.
Pixelated Joe. So I was talking about like where did that kind of go from there? Okay, where do you see sort of the music therapy side of what you create artistically kind of going into more of a therapy side of things in the future? Or is that a thing? Do you just feel it?
That the videos that I made are there so that people can use them at their leisure. And they have to have the right constituents in order for it to be effective. The main one is you need to have a sound system that has good bass and a good sound system, and you need to have a good, like, whatever screen you're watching it on. It's a lot of it is visual, but it's all about the music. The visuals are there to keep your eyes entertained while your soul absorbs it through your ears and your body absorbs the vibrations through the bass.
Now
there's a lot of message in there, and my voice is very deep and reverberates very well.
Right.
So
Yes, it really
I cut
does.
through the music, but you'll notice in those deep in the mix things that I sound a little distant, and you have to kind of strain to hear, and that's intentional, and that's because I don't want you to think that I'm trying to talk over the music. I want you to listen to the music, but I'm there as a guide. I'm essentially the pilot of what I call the bass ship. And it's a safe ship, a safe space for you to collect yourself and your thoughts and bring your friends, and we'll collect each other. And these two first episodes are basically just us hovering in hypothetical lower Earth orbit, waiting for everyone to upgrade their base ships, meaning fix your fucking living room, move around your furniture so you have a dance floor, make it dark, make it nice, get fucking stoned as fuck on that dank-ass chronic.
New York, we're talking to you.
And just feel good. That's all I want.
Wow. Now, okay, so really quick. Shit, Joe, is you.
Okay.
Does that mean you forgot?
I forgot.
I did that.
I have short-term memory issues.
You guys.
I got that a minute ago too.
Oh God.
So
I
okay,
didn't smoke anything.
the last question, because I know you're going to come back and talk more. You're like kind of too deep for like an hour and a half show.
Yeah,
We're almost
It's
at
okay.
2,
Yeah,
guys.
no. You want to know something funny about that? Just to interject real fast. I'm sorry, but
In and
the
out?
original first Deep in the Mix thing that I did was actually 8.5 hours long straight, and it was called Time Stretching, and that was because of my laptop exploding. I had nothing else to do with my time, but either kill myself or do something positive.
Wow.
You made a wise choice.
Okay, so
Well played.
yeah, that was. You should not kill yourself. I
would
No-
never
no
do
one
that,
should.
and I wouldn't do it, not just because I don't believe in
Thank
killing
you.
myself, but also I would never want to hurt people that love me.
That's the worst part.
That's the worst part about
That's
exiting.
why I don't like it.
Yeah,
But I'm
it's
not. I kind of.
so
Some people
hard.
are like, "Oh, you're a dick about suicide." I'm like, "No, just don't do it, man."
Those
You're
people
gonna
live
kill
with
me.
that for the rest of their lives, and it's just it's so goddamn painful. Goddamn painful.
Wow, this is.
Sorry.
No, you don't be sorry.
This is such a deep interview right now.
I love
I love it.
I'm really grateful that you guys like even cared to even hear.
Oh no, this
Oh
is
man, you're awesome,
You
man.
guys actually understand me. It seems like I
No,
say I've
you-
said it 100 times, but like I feel like when I'm talking sometimes
you struck a nerve with me, sir.
in a language that people can't even read, and I'm like I'm using words that are English, but for some reason
That's what
telling you
questions
you're
are
on
for.
fire does not translate.
Well,
Don't-
that's what questions are for, right? Like
Yeah.
having a
Yeah,
conversation. I
try
might
and
not
make people
know,
ask
and then you
questions
tell
on
me.
their own. That way
Yeah.
I know how to answer them.
So I was
they
gonna
can't understand what I'm saying.
So I was gonna ask, have you ever done the Howard Stern? where he's I don't know if you've seen the movie Private Parts, but it's in the,
Yeah.
it's the scene in the movie
wow.
where he
Yeah, it's
instructs a
pretty
woman to sit on a speaker while he goes.
Yeah. Oh, I've actually
Yes.
I've met several women. I've actually met several women over the years, not just because of DJing, but also being just a person who loves music and dancing on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I've watched my friends come because of the bass all on the
Okay.
dance floor, and they gave me a weird look. I'm like, "What's the matter?" And they're like, "Give me a weird look." I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Yes, what?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm
There
like,
you go.
You just fucking came because I mean, bro, this is all happening without words.
Stamps.com, everybody. It's our first sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have a
that's
sponsor.
That's a thing, and literally what
It
what they
really
were
is a
calling it
thing.
was that it didn't. It took me a minute to realize it, but like what they were calling it was pure sex because
Wow.
they didn't have to fucking touch anyone, and they just came.
Well, what is a vibrator other than just moving
Well, that
air?
goes on the inside or whatever, right? But like,
Yeah,
music
it can go
fucking
wherever.
Vibrate you from the outside. You could use both at the same
Yeah.
time if you want.
But isn't
Actually,
that
you know what?
isn't
With
that what you're
technology
doing
these
though?
days, you can actually link up your vibrator to my music and like just get down to that. I said, bitch.
Oh,
shit.
You have an app for that? Oh
They
my
got an
God.
app for everything, Joe. What are you talking about?
I thought it was called a Harley Davidson.
That's only
Those
on
are
his
very
OnlyFans
expensive.
page.
Same
That's where the
thing.
OnlyFans comes in, ladies and gentlemen. Good Lord.
I'm down and going, by the way.
I gotta
yeah,
call
well-
my mom anyway, so it's cool.
Well, I mean,
I'll
this
be
is
here all life.
this is a good Lord. You are such an amazing guest. We have to have you back, please.
I absolutely love it.
Blessings to you, brother.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much,
your music and
Down and
your-
Going,
Sorry.
for
Yeah.
coming on the show.
Thank you to all you guys. Thank you, Shayna. I mean, you guys are amazing. You guys have been nothing but supportive.
Oh
To
no,
me, I see you. I mean, there's a word for it. I like to use this word a lot because I like words that like say a lot without having to say a lot. It takes a lot of energy to explain shit. Namaste.
namaste,
Namaste.
namaste, sir. And we will namaste see you.
Shaka.
Namaste you in the next episode, which is going to be episode 9. Who do we have coming up?
On Thursday, we
Shayna.
have our first female guest. I'm so excited.
What?
Yes.
Whoops, that was the wrong one.
No more sausage fest.
That was a dick pic, I thought.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Is that what the one? Yeah.
we're gonna go back to.
Wait, I'm gonna be
We're
I'm gonna be the guest.
Well, no, we'll be back with you in a moment, sir. Hold on. Yeah. So we have who do we have?
We have Nikki
on
Marinas
Thursday?
on Thursday. She's
Nikki-
a local female comedian.
Oh
She's
my
funny.
gosh,
She's
I love comedians.
very funny.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
I love comedians, and we love to see them. We love to hear them. and we cannot wait for that.
She's gonna bust your balls.
I was gonna say we should do like a mini round of like she could fill out some questions for Bryan and I, and then she could do like a roast thing.
Yeah,
like co-hosted by Shayna.
Yes.
Like who is the real male white privilege in the room?
Yeah. And then I'd be like, well, I'm more tan than you.
I have more beard.
And then we'll get some extra cameras and just fight.
And then I will turn
We'll
to
just
Russian.
fight.
Yes, okay.
We're definitely gonna
In
do
Russia, I
something
poisoned
fun.
you before you
Russia.
even know.
In Russia, white.
You don't know. I do it in England so
Yes.
that you're not Russian.
This is getting out of hand.
Wow. Okay, this went on way too long.
Sorry.
But we had
This
so
is
much
what
fun.
happens when I say we're gonna have another female on the show.
This is
You guys get all silly.
Luca's psyching right now. The dog. All right, fine. We'll do it.
Well, we want to thank Down and Going for joining
Yes.
us tonight.
Yes.
That guy, wow.
Great
This is the
show.
first clap I think we've had. This is episode 8, and we continue. We want to have more claps on this. So what you can do, actually, is check out the new venture we have going on. Shayna, can you tell us about that?
Why, yes, Bryan.
I'm going to throw to you.
Yes.
Just like it's nothing.
Guys, we actually have something really cool that just launched today. It's called the Local Shop. Now, a lot of us have bands that we follow and, a lot of local spots that we like. And, some of them have merch, some of them don't. But how cool is it that you can, go to one website and you can find all merchandise from all your favorite bands.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a lot of people on board.
Yeah, check this out. Look at this. Whoops, that is
oh.
terrible, but we are not in the frame. But we can scroll through this and see.
Can you
Is
click-
that your credit card number? Because I could totally
Can you
use
turn
that.
off the pop-up since we're doing this?
I'm going to scale that and just hide my browser history.
What website is that, man? Gee.
Okay, there we go. We're going to... I don't know what we're doing.
Can you
Actually,
close
we're
that?
gonna close
There,
that. We're
okay,
gonna
yeah.
come back to us.
So
We're
just-
gonna run commercials.
Just
yeah?
go check
It's our
it out
first time
yourself.
doing it.
So it's at
Yeah.
thelocalshop.net. So we're thelocalshow.net. This is thelocalshop.net.
It's just one letter.
And we've actually got a lot of people that are going to be joining us. One of the first bands that has a lot of merch on the site is the Free Love Project. And
Free
Yeah.
Love we saw
Some-
them recently.
we did, yeah. So go support them. The great thing about the local shop is, all the proceeds go to the bands.
And it's very local.
So,
Very
yeah,
local.
products are made local, bands are local. We're just really keeping it local.
We
So-
are organic, grown, and sourced, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna exit this podcast by playing a little bit more of Down and Going. I think
Yeah.
that track ended, but we're gonna go back into the middle of this thing
Dance
and
party.
finish this out. Let's finish this out. Come on. This is the awesome part where oh my gosh, this is so cool.
It's cool music.
Yeah, this is
Listen
really
with
good.
headphones, you little whackers.
Yeah, this is
Get it done.
did you say wankers or whackers?
Whackers.
What is going on?
I'm sorry.
This is the best episode we've
It's
ever
past
done.
Joe's bedtime.
Past all of our bedtime changes. Thank you so much for joining the local show. For Bryan, Joe, and Shayna, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.